Sterland Roofing, setting the standards in precision-built roofing.
We're really the only roofing company out there that can and will and is willing to go above and beyond for their clients to find these answers. There's nothing that we believe isn't possible if you've got enough money and time to make it happen.
Sterland Roofing have always been able to give us the right advice before the job starts, during the job and afterwards, and we rely on that heavily as a key part of our team.
Since its establishment, Sterland Roofing has quickly gained a reputation as a well-respected and trusted company, both by clients and peers in the industry.
We use Sterland Roofing because we are in the business of managing projects, and our philosophy is that builders don't build. We're not in the business of teaching bricklayers how to lay bricks, so we need to find professional, quality tradesmen that know how to do their job and that we can manage them to fit into our program to deliver some of the best houses in Sydney.
Sterland Roofing is predominantly a copper and zinc based company specialising in all kinds of facades, roofs, eave linings, basically anything out there what's different to do with metal. If it's going on your home, we're the company to talk to. We're also known for being able to bring a range of different materials together to deliver the project that you want. Everything from the standard box gutters, rain heads, half round gutters, and all those kind of things you find in a residential home, especially being known for our larger projects, working with the larger commercial builders and delivering huge wall curtain facades. Nothing really is out of our range of works that we do here at Sterland Roofing. We are a fully fledged zinc and copper company, one of the only in the country that are fully qualified. Over the years, the company has expanded, and yes, we have picked up a Colorbond crew of roofers that do take on those extra little projects that need to tie in to your customised project.
Whatever your project, Sterland ensures a variety of material combinations that will blend together harmoniously, both from a design and a construction perspective.
Sterland Roofing was formed 9 years ago by myself. I had a young family and I had to go out there and make a living for myself. So I employed one young man, I had one ute, and away we went. After about 6 months, I found myself employing 6 people and learning a lot on the run. Things quickly expanded and business expanded, and I had to learn, like I said, a lot of stuff very quickly on the trot, on the run, and how to run a business, which at the age of 24 was pretty hard. Then within about a year I found we needed a bit more space, so we moved into a garage in Brookvale, which is where we started, and we actually shared it with another roofing company. From there, after about a year, we moved out to a small factory at Warriewood where we put our first bending machine in and started manufacturing our own gear for the first time. After about 18 months in that factory, we found ourselves expanding again and moved into a larger factory around the corner. We found that being out in Warriewood wasn't the most beneficial area to get to the general Sydney market, and we extended ourselves a little bit and moved into another larger factory again down in Brookvale. In the last 18 months we found ourselves occupying next door on either side of those buildings as well, and it's approximately 2,000 square metres there now. We are using that for storage, manufacture, and of course office space, which you can see here where we're sitting. We now find ourselves employing several young apprentices and a range of tradesmen from all over the globe, stretching as far as France, Switzerland, Germany, and our homegrown tradesmen right here who either started their trade with us or came along to join us throughout the years. We now employ approximately 30 people, 25 of those which would be full-time employees, and a couple of subcontractors just when the workload gets a little bit bigger. Sterland Roofing is proud to be members of the MRCAA, the Metal Roofing and Cladding Association of Australia. We're also proud to be members of the Master Builders Association of Australia. In the past couple of years, we've entered numerous awards with the MRCAA, taking out everything from Specialist Works projects to Best Residential 2013 awards. Last year in the 2014 awards, we were quite proud to not only take out several of the smaller awards, but we took out the Rex Blackwall Gold Award, which is the equivalent to winning, say, the Master Builders Award of the Year.
Our experience with Sterland Roofing has been really positive. We don't have many tradesmen in each of our specialities. We tend to try and use the same guys over and over again and build that relationship over years. It's always important to trust our subcontractors, use their advice, rely on their pricing, and know that a business that you're dealing with is going to be around for years after you've finished, in case there's anything that needs to be looked after later. We've been working with Sterland Roofing for almost 10 years. In that time, we've come to form a good relationship of trust, where we can ask Matt for his advice before a job starts, during a job, and also rely on him after if there's any issues that need to be looked after as well. The culture at Sterland starts at the top. Matt is a professional, he's trustworthy, and he knows what he's talking about. He says what he means and he means what he says, and that flows down all the way through the rest of the company. The Sterland Roofing staff are always helpful and proactive, professional, safe, and always willing to lend a hand to the other trades that they're working with to help get the job done.
A lot of what happens here at Sterland Roofing is only one side. You don't always see what goes on behind the scenes, and one thing that we have is a relationship with our suppliers. Working closely with our core suppliers like Prestige Roofing and Cladding Supplies, VM Zinc, Stramit, Stratco. This is how we make these things happen behind the scenes. Without these guys and our dependency on them to deliver the materials that we want when we need it, some of these things wouldn't happen. So that's another thing why when you're working with Sterland Roofing, you know that you have those relationships already yourself, because we've spent years developing them to get the service that we all need. So you've sat through and seen a brief history about us and what we're capable of, and now you must be asking yourself, why would you go with Sterland Roofing? Well, the simple thing is the honesty of the company and how we got where we are today. We built this company off basically, if we say we're going to do it, we do it. Our reliability, our honesty, our quality of work, and our relationship with our customers. From the moment that your job's designed, we're there, we come to meetings, we're happy to talk about your details, get everything up and running, make sure you know what you're getting for your money, lay out your quote so you see where every dollar's going, so that you know that from the moment that you engage with us, you've got someone for every step of the way. And that's what really sets us apart from the rest of the pack. So basically at Sterland, we have a lot of our own manufacturing equipment that we can rely on to bring things together for the clients that a lot of other companies can't. We do have certain builders that over the years have relied on us just to make all their window flashings, sub-sill flashings, these kind of things, and fit them. At the moment now, we're actually fitting out all the window flashings and wall flashings for a styrofoam wall cladding that we've never had anything to do with. But our client, who we've dealt with for the last 8 or 9 years, feels confident that we're the right people that can make this happen for them. From customising mesh fabrication that we've made and installed into all kinds of applications on buildings to create vermin proofing, to vent walls, to make things that normal roofing companies you just wouldn't get. Being able to stroll across the road from all the facilities right here in Brookvale that we have and custom make and powder coat and get paint finished and spray finished certain applications that are needed to deliver the high-end projects. There's so many things that we've done over the years that most roofing companies wouldn't even think of looking at, from making the structural steel to support copper awnings, to wrapping that all here in the factory in the copper, taking it out and installing it, to heavy gauge stainless steel structural support beams that have to hold our roofs. We've taken on so many applications over the years that really do set us apart from any other company. That's where our popularity with many architects and hopefully many more comes in, that if they dream of it, we try to find a solution. There's no such thing as the too hard basket. There's just a way of getting around it, finding the product, finding what works, what goes together, and how we can get it out onto the job.
We'd recommend Sterland Roofing if you're anyone who's looking for a quality business with good advice, someone you can trust to do the right job for the right price in the right amount of time, and we'll be around for years to come to service you and the next project.
When you choose Sterland Roofing, you can depend on a wealth of experience. Sterland Roofing, setting the standards in precision-built roofing.